In Garut, 1999, from an ordinary eatery, Rumah Makan Cibiuk was born. Today, Cibiuk has 18 branches and hundreds of employees. But behind it all, what do those hundreds of employees actually feel? Our journey begins at one of the oldest and most legendary Cibiuk outlets in Bandung. What really makes someone show up to work every day? Is it enough because of the future? Or is there something more? At Cibiuk, we set out to find out. For those who work here every day, the routine can feel boring. But it turns out many things make them stay.
Apa ya? Kalau untuk di kendala kerjaan sih nggak ada, cuman kalau untuk kendala paling ngerasa kayak monoton sih kerja gitu-gitu aja gitu, paling kayak gitu aja sih Kak. Alhamdulillah sekarang lebih enjoy, terus lebih emang udah kayaknya fashion sendiri mungkin.
Paling nikmatin kayak lagi taking order, nikmatin kayak menjelasin yang enak apa, teh, ini gitu kayak enakan, apalagi kalau tamunya enakan juga. Enakan. Bingung sih enggak sih teh. Emang dari dulu kayak pengen di bidang F&B gitu.
Jadi sesuai fashionnya.
Iya.
Behind all that comfort, there are systems and rules that keeping it running.
Kalau secara tim sendiri, sebenarnya kita tuh udah ada program-program dari manajemen yang supporting itu ya. Ada istilahnya rewardnya, kalau kamu dapat sekian, kamu dapat bonus sekian, itu udah ada. Nah, itu tuh enak, tinggal kontrol di situ aja. Misalnya kalau efisien, kamu dapat bonus lagi nih. Kalau kamu capai sales segini, kamu dapat bonus tambahan. Nah, akhirnya kan kita ngejar omset lah. Contoh misalnya di sini nggak boleh pacaran, ya karena bisa mengganggu, misalnya gitu.
Ya,
Di sini misalnya nggak boleh ngerokok, ya kita memang harus strict, harus kasih tahu dan dipantau gitu.
Harus itu karena untuk kerjaan itu, untuk masalah pribadi atau masalah apapun itu harus dikesampingkan dulu. Untuk fokus dan tetap rapih dalam kerjaan itu harus udah setiap hari udah jadi kewajiban dan udah jadi emang harus itu yang dilakuin tiap hari.
Cuman ya di depan customer nggak boleh kelihatan bete atau gimana.
Iya.
Tetap senyum aja.
Berarti motivasinya tetap harus ramah ya.
Iya.
In the end, what makes them stay isn't just rules. It's how they feel, safe, valued, and like they truly belong.
Kalau yang pertama agar enggak bosan ya, alhamdulillah di sini saya sama teman-teman itu dekat banget dan udah kayak keluarga. Jadi itu kalau bosan sih alhamdulillah nggak ada ya.
Pertama emang pengen kerja di sini ya, keduanya temen-temennya juga enak aja.
Temennya enak.
Jadi harus kayak main layangan lah, kadang ditarik, kadang diulur gitu. Harus tahu situasinya. Gitu.
Through this profile, the three show different behavioral styles. Miss Yunita leans on steadiness, conscientiousness. She's precise, honest, prefers stability. On the other side, Miss Wulandari is influence steadiness. She's sociable, guest-oriented, tend to avoid conflict. Meanwhile, Asep is dominance influence. He is firm on rules, but at the same time motivates through storytelling and mentoring. Implication: promoting S/C profile Miss Yunita into a dominant/F leadership role asks her to work against her natural style, which explains why she postpones the move rather than refusing it. From the transactional analysis, Mr. Asep leads from the parent state, nurturing through humor, yet firm through rules, exactly his kite principle. Miss Yunita speaks from the adult state, objectively judging her own readiness. And on the other side, Miss Wulandari from the child state, genuine delight in the work, plus, on quote-unquote, the guest is king compliance. The parent-to-child pattern keeps communication smoothly and the atmosphere in the workplace warm. Trouble appears when junior staff let emotions leak, sparking conflict among peers. Fire B looks at inclusion, control, and affection needs. Miss Yunita has a high inclusion need, met by the family-like culture in the workplace. Mrs. Wulandari seeks affection from guests. With low control, she hands conflict to colleagues. Mr. Asep has high control, but deliberately limits closeness to avoid favoritism. Chibiuk's culture works because it offers different payoff to different needs. For the group dynamics, through document stages, Miss Wulandari with her 4 months work experience is still forming norming. Emotional junior staff are storming. Meanwhile, Miss Yunita and the leaders are performing. High cohesion plus high performance norms place Chibiuk in the high performing quadrant. But there's a risk. If standard operational procedure discipline or the bonus system falters, the team could slip into the comfortable but unproductive zone. For the last theory, organismic integration theory, motivation moves from external to internal, from mere rules and bonuses towards sense of belonging. What stands out, employees stay not for pay alone, but because they feel valued. The biggest finding is senior family employees decline promotion because it requires relocation. Not a lack of motivation, but a pull between career and family. Based on our analysis, we came up with a synthesis that Chibiuk's culture doesn't create intrinsic motivation directly, but creates the conditions: a stable team, nurturing leadership, fair rules, room for autonomy, where motivation grows from quote-unquote working for the future into working out of belonging. Before we end these videos, we would like to give some recommendations and reflections toward Chibiuk. We start off from the DISC profile. match coaching to each person's profile, and bridge the shift from a steady style to leadership with low-stakes practice before promotion. Another recommendation from our analysis on transactional theory, it is better for Chibiuk to train leaders to open conversations from the adult state and give junior staff a parent-adult-child awareness model to diffuse emotion-driven conflict. From Feyerabee theory, it is necessary to keep teams stable for high inclusion staff and give low control staff a clear escalation path for difficult situations. To overcome group dynamics in Chibiuk, they need to formalize the low turnover policy as official strategy and show target achievements at briefing so performance norms stay visible alongside cohesion. The last part from empowerment theory, we recommend Chibiuk to open a dual career path, especially local specialist track for those who won't relocate, strengthen non-financial appreciation, and also provide a promotion readiness program that act as supervisor without penalty for cases like Miss Junita. Thank you for watching the video.